be sticking with it because there's so much money to be made, guys. I'm going to show you exactly how in this video you can go out there and start demoing and selling this really quickly. The benefit is if you get started now, you can learn a lot faster and there's no charges for you. So if you're on a HighLevel 297 or a SaaS config plan, you can basically go start selling a lot of this stuff really, really fast. So once you get it all turned on, what you want to do is go to settings and start with voice AI agents. Now, I'm just going to start from scratch here. This will be my first time making one with HighLevel, but I've made literally 100 of these. My main thing is real estate, but I've done them with car dealerships. I've done stuff for med spas, solar agencies, getting people to show up to webinars. But right now, let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to call this one Samantha. And the reason I say Samantha is because right now they have a set of voices. Not a ton of them, but they're adding a bunch. I'm sure they're going to add more and more. They'll probably give you the ability to clone your voice soon enough because a lot of voice AI providers have that, but not bad.
The thing always happens that you really believe in, and the belief in a thing.
That's like a movie character right there, man. That was like whatever, but like Phoebe's not bad either.
The greatest part of our happiness depends on our dispositions, not our circumstances.
If that's it, but for me, we're gonna go with Samantha, and you can rename Samantha to something else. But go ahead and use Samantha. Use whatever you want to use for the name. I mean, heck, we could name it Julie, and it's just gonna use the Samantha voice, right? And like I said, they'll add more. Now, one thing to note here is you're gonna want to change the business name. This is the name of my snapshot by default. We're just gonna call this Agency Lab Realty, right? So Agency Lab Realty is the name of the business. And right now they don't have the outbound calls. I've actually made an outbound call. There's another YouTube video here. It's a complex automation to an extent, but they've really streamlined it. It's all inside of HighLevel now. The costs are something that'll add up if you're not on the unlimited plan, but this is really fantastic stuff, right? So the first thing I'll say about outbound is that they're worried about getting sued because a lot of people abuse HighLevel. If they haven't opted in and you're not following laws in the US specifically, then the outbound calls can become really dangerous for HighLevel. So they're probably doing is they're adding a text opt-in flow to ensure compliance and maybe some other stuff because that's what I built out. But anyway, right now it's just inbound call agents. But think of any business. Restaurants are a huge niche, I would say. Landscaping services. Just sky is the limit. Construction businesses, home remodeling companies. You can create a voice AI agent for them that when they're not working and they're getting calls, this inbound agent can be programmed and pick up the calls for them. And it can do all kinds of stuff, which we're about to jump into. Okay, so if I go here, my agent's name is... let's say Julie again. I got to change this because I didn't save all this stuff, right? So Agency Lab Realty. Now, inbound message. Obviously, we want to change the name there to this. How can I help you today? Okay, awesome. We're back at it. Now, here's the cool part. Now, you need an LC phone number. So the receiver number is different than the caller number, right? But if your agent is getting called, I've got multiple accounts within multiple phone numbers in this account, and we want to test this. Let's say I'll just put in my number, right? So I'll just say, call me. And it's basically said I got 10 minutes left today of just like free usage. And then I got to add in the area code, but we'll come back to this because we want to program it first, right? So agent goals. Okay, let's say we need to collect a name, email, address, and contacts issue, right? Then you can also have it by default right now. It's adding a call summary as a note to the contact, but you can also trigger a workflow when the call is completed. This means there are infinite things that we can do with this. Guys, insanely powerful. I'm going to be doing a lot of videos on this. So go ahead and subscribe because I'm going to go deep. This is the basics call, but you can get an email notification whenever a call is finished. And you can basically send it to all the users or specific people, right? So like if I just want to send it to myself, boom, awesome. If I want to send it to a custom email, I can go ahead and do that as well. But that's fine, right? We'll leave that unchecked. and that'll just go to my default business profile email on file. Now, when I switch to advanced mode, this is where you get to do some really, really cool stuff, right? And you're going to want to do advanced mode unless you have a super simple voice AI agent. But this is where you get to kind of really just, I don't know how to say this, but like dial in your agent, right? All the way. Now, what's cool is you can have it do call transfers. You can have it trigger workflows, update contact fields, send an SMS out, all kinds of different things depending on the use case of this voice AI agent. So let's come up with a use case right now. Let's say I'm a real estate firm or a real estate team. Let's just say I'm a real estate agent in general, right? I'm a real estate agent and I decided to take a day or two off, or maybe I just couldn't answer the phone, whatever it is, right? Maybe I don't want to work certain hours. Maybe I'm time blocked out certain hours. That's what's really cool about this, guys. It can do a ton of stuff. One thing I would love to start with is call transfer. Transfer to Realtor, right? And then I would put my number in here because this will be my personal line. When should the call transfer take place? If the user wants to see a property, right? If the user is not wanting to talk to an AI, if the user, the caller gets angry, if the caller wants more information from the realtor, what to say, right? Please hold while I try and connect your call. Wunderbar, right? Now this is sweet. Again, we can change all this stuff later, but that's it. Now we can do a new call transfer, which basically says, hey, when should the call transfer take place? So there's a lot of different ways that you can do it, right? So like maybe action name is transfer to lender, right? And then I would put in the lender's phone number. And then if the user wants to talk about getting pre-approved and I want to just send them straight to my lender partner, then boom, I can do that. So there's lots of different use cases over there that you can use for the call transfer. But trigger workflow is crazy, right? Because let's say that you want to send them a link, send them a booking link. So on the phone call, maybe they say like, hey, I want to talk to an agent. I want to set up an appointment, blah, blah, blah. Then you can actually select a workflow that actually creates an appointment and do some other similar stuff. When to trigger the workflow? Well, when the caller wants to set up a showing, right? Send them a showing link, right? So whatever it is, I mean, there's lots of different ways you can go about this, but definitely very, very powerful once you understand the power of workflow triggers. I've got workflows, I've got APIs where we can actually scrape stuff from Zillow and basically text a summary to the agent and to the caller. I mean, just crazy stuff that can be done, when and how and all that, right? But very powerful. Don't sleep on this. And then update contact field. So like update name. So like if they are calling this number that is just posted on the internet somewhere, right? What it'll do is you can say, hey, I want to update the name, right? Like first name of the caller. When the caller gives the first name. And you get the idea. But I could even, like, let's say it was like a homeowner, right? So I could say new field, like update homeowner's address, right? So that way, if they say it on the call, what can I do? I can basically say like, hey, home address, I want to update that field. Name, what's updating in the field? Address of the caller, right? Boom. Stuff like that, man. And then just really just limitless opportunities, because once that field updates, you can even trigger other workflows and automations on the back end so that you can do even more than what is just said right here. So lots of possibilities, so many configurations. That's what's super cool. But you can also do a send SMS, right? So like, let's say somebody says, hey, yeah, I want to book an appointment to go see a home. send booking link, right? So message input, and here's what's cool, right? SMS templates. You can actually pull a bunch of your templates out of that side, or you can basically start citing custom values, right? A lot of different ways. I think that I don't want to get too advanced in this, but if the caller asks to schedule let's say a buyer consultation, right? Like as real estate agents, we got to set up buyer consults. Sometimes the AI is going to do that. I'll get into all this, but what to say before sending the SMS? Hey, I'm going to send you. Hey, I'm sending you the link to the agent Victor. That way you can book a call with him. Now, remember, there's just so many different ways that you can do this. But essentially, guys, I mean, it is just insane, right? Absolutely insane. So this is what they're going to say before they send the SMS. What they say in the SMS could be like custom value, calendar booking link, right? And that's one thing. Or it could just straight up be like the booking link, right? The omniagent.com/schedule. That's my link. Obviously not for my real estate stuff, but you guys get the idea. You can put a Calendly link and say, please feel free to reach out directly if none of those times available works for you at the number. And then you can do like custom value agent's phone number, or you can just put in the agent's phone number, right? Then there's another one. So now that one's programmed in. You could also do one that says send details about the agents, about the realtors, about the send references, right? Like, so let's say they want to know, like, hey, are you a good agent? Blah, 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 blah. So then it'll basically say, hey, here's a list of past client reviews for realtor name, right? For our premier agent, Victor. Boom. So then you add in the link to their Google reviews or their website, wherever the reviews are. If the user asks, okay, so like we could do if the user asks if they're a good agent or generally inquire about how knowledgeable they are. And then what to say? Hey, I'm going to go ahead and send you a text message right now that has links to a lot of Victor's past reviews and happy clients. Boom. Yet again, we can keep adding more and more and more use cases to this. Hey, I'm sending you a bunch of Victor's reviews so you can rest assured you're in good hands working with him, right? With him. I totally get you want to make sure you're doing your due diligence. Boom. It's just going to send off an SMS, and then you can just kind of add in the link to the reviews or whatever it is. So booking link, let's go ahead and say this. If that's a buyer consultation or seller consultation or showing link, right? Now, showing link is tricky with real estate because, you know, maybe the time that they want isn't available, but it's fine. You just set up a calendar that says showing link, and then the agent's going to do what they do as their job, reach out to this customer, not through an AI, and basically say, hey, I know you want to go see this property at 123 Main Street at this time. It looks like the sellers have that blocked off. Does this time or that time work for you? But you guys get the idea there, right? So pretty powerful stuff. Now here's the cool part. You got to put in the +1 there. And then you can see like the call history and all that stuff. But I'm just going to hit save here. Remember to always hit save, folks. Specific email. I'll go ahead and put in my real estate email. That way we can kind of do a full 360 at the end of this and show you how well this works. I know you're probably itching to see the actual quality of the phone call. But first, we got to fix this up, right? Because it's got general rules and stuff like that. And in the link, you'll see a custom GPT that we built out to help you do this a lot faster. Now, the way that I'm going to go ahead and do this is basically go to my home search portal, and I've got a way to kind of scrape the details from this website and then also turn it into a really good inbound prompt call. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And basically the way I do this is, I think I'm logged into the wrong account possibly, but I use a tool called Harpa, which is going to feel like Claude and stuff. Then I'm just going to run one of my little prompts, and then we'll come back here and you'll see what it spits out. Okay, so now I'm in the right browser where I'm logged into Harpa. So I'm basically running I call them prompt chains. So it's running a series of GPT prompts based off of what's on this website. And the primary benefit of this is that it really quickly creates an excellent bot for you to not have to kind of struggle with. And what I mean by struggle with, wrong browser. And what I mean is, like, you can adjust these prompts as much as you and your client wants, but I've got that little automation running in the background so that I can just really quickly create a very powerful bot that's already trained on the website of the client. So you see the default instructions, but I'm going to show you what's coming up on my prompting, which is basically running in the background here. Right over here. Basically, if I open, I'm in the wrong browser. Sorry, guys. I got so many browser tabs open today. One of those days, you know. So, for instance, right here, you can see that my chain of prompts is actually making the voice AI prompt a lot better. Now, I put a lot of time and love into this, but you'll see at the end of it, we're getting some really good stuff, right? Hey, this is how you start the call. Thank you for reaching out about specific inquiry, blah, 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 blah. Could you tell me what you're hoping to accomplish? So I'm literally just going to go ahead and let it keep running, because the idea is I create a bunch of layered prompts so that it gets better and better and better every single time. You can say, like, hey, you're acting as an AI assistant named Chris. Obviously, we'll change that to Samantha. And you're a trusted real estate brokerage serving the DC metro area. That's all stuff it's straight from this website. And then it's giving instructions, value delivery, objection handling, closure, handle sound interruptions gracefully, natural conversational tone, example scripts. So, like, a lot of cool stuff. Now, what I will mention rather, is that at the moment, they've really kind of limited us here because we only have 1,621 words, but it's actually not a limitation because, again, less is more with this stuff, guys. These are inbound agents. I'm not telling you what to do or how to use your prompt, but what I find is you just let the caller know that, hey, this is an AI voice, and they don't care. Like, the consumer doesn't care. Like, one of the biggest real estate firms is Zillow, and they use, Zillow Call Connect and all kinds of, automated stuff. So don't trip out if it's not perfect or if you're like, oh my gosh, it doesn't sound the realist, because this is really a lot of value for businesses who miss a ton of business when they don't have guys like us or gals like us to really dial things in for them and make an extremely great bot. So let's go ahead and go back here and see. I'm on the struggle bus with the browsers today, folks. And as you can see, like, it keeps going and going and going. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and grab all of this. And you can see, like, it's got the Q&A, how much are your commissions? How do you help me sell my Q&A? Remember, guys, like, I've built this out. So if you're interested in this, just go ahead and hit me up. I'll show you how to set this up in another video. I haven't recorded that one yet, but if you're interested in getting this, just reach out to me. But let's go ahead. Let's just copy what it gave us. And remember, it gave us a ton of stuff up here too. We're just, again, I'm an automations guy. I'm an AI guy. So I wanted to make this as strong out of the box. That way we can launch these bots really quickly, right? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to basically, like, leave some of this. Yeah, like, this is cool. I'm going to leave that. Script instructions for outbound calls, cool. Instructions for handling the queries. You can program this however you want, right? But here's the thing. This is good stuff, but it's not necessarily like the best prompting. I don't mind that or some of these other stuff, some other things, but like here's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and paste ours in, right? So I've still got 825 words left. You are Sam, a conversational AI assistant representing Pearson Smith Realty, and the year is 2024. And your goal is to connect with prospective buyers and sellers, uncover their needs, facilitate a smooth live transfer, or schedule a follow-up. Your tone should be friendly, engaging, natural, reflecting the professionalism and reliability of Pearson Smith Realty. So your primary goals are collect essential details about the prospect's goals, facilitate a live transfer. Now, this is where I was using a different software. Facilitate a live transfer to a real human, right? Because that's the goal, honestly, for us real estate pros. We just want to start talking to them, right? Now, maintain a conversational flow. Now, this is what's cool. I've given it like my prompting, like basically an idea. This doesn't come default in high level, but it's definitely powerful, right? So honestly, I'm not even gonna like bother like cleaning this up. Let's just run it, right? Let's just go ahead and run it, because I'm gonna hit save on this bot right now. And let's just remind ourselves, okay, send a booking link. If the caller asks to schedule a buyer consult, asks or is open to schedule a buyer consult, basically, if they're open to speaking with a human expert realtor, go ahead and send the link, right? That's cool. And then send references. Awesome. Cool. Fantastic. So these are the rules and stuff that like people are not going to be talking about for a while. I feel pretty prepared for this day, folks. Now, once the call is completed, I want to trigger a workflow, which is basically, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Let's just say notify. So like, I want to send a notification to, okay, appointment booked, whatever, right? So trigger workflow. That might not be the right one, to be honest, but like you could also just like turn the AI off, different stuff, but you guys get the idea. Like you could basically trigger notifications. You can trigger notifications to your team so they can try to reach out to them. You can send the conversation summary notes to more than just email. You can also send it as an SMS, all kinds of stuff, folks. Like sky is the limit. But let's go ahead and give it a shot. I'm going to have it try and call me, and I'm going to play this live. So phone's ringing. Hello.
Hey, you have reached agencylab Realty. How can I help you today?
Oh, hey, I was just kind of curious about what you guys do.
Hey there. We're all about making real estate easy and stress-free. Whether you're buying or selling a home, we help with everything from finding the perfect place to negotiating deals and marketing your property. Are you thinking about buying or selling in a specific area?
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about buying a home in Ashburn. Is that somewhere that you guys actually service?
Absolutely. We cover Ashburn and the entire Washington, D.C. metro area. What kind of home are you looking for there?
Well, I'm not sure what I can afford, to be honest.
That's totally understandable. We can help you figure that out. Would you like to chat with one of our experts who can guide you through the process and discuss your budget?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to do that, but I mean, do you have anybody that can help me with like figuring out the financing stuff?
For sure. Our team can connect you with trusted mortgage professionals who can help you understand your financing options. Let me send you a link to schedule a chat with one of our experts. Sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Hey, I'm sending you the link to the agent Victor. That way you can book a call with him.
Okay, cool. When should I expect that message?
You should receive it shortly. Keep an eye on your messages and you'll be all set to schedule a chat with our expert. Anything else I can help you with?
Oh, awesome. I just got the scheduling link. I mean, Victor sounds cool. I mean, is he actually a good real estate agent though? I mean, is he good with helping buyers?
Victor is definitely knowledgeable and experienced in helping buyers. You'll be in good hands with him. If you have any more questions or need anything else, feel free to ask.
Got it. Yeah, no, I just got I guess another text from
No
you.
worries.
That was pretty fast getting a list of reviews for Victor. I mean, let me ask you this. I mean, I'm looking to buy in like the next 6 months.
That's a great timeline. It gives you plenty of time to explore your options and find the perfect home. Have you thought about what features or neighborhoods are most important to you?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to see what I can qualify for, but I want a fenced yard for my dog Fido. And I definitely want, I mean, ideally I want a single family home, but I don't know if I can afford that where I'm looking. But I would definitely appreciate your help.
Got it. A fenced yard for Fido and a single-family home are great priorities. Our team can help you explore options within your budget in Ashburn. Let's make sure you get the best fit for you and Fido. Anything else on your mind?
Yeah, I mean, how much do you guys charge?
Our commissions are competitive and based on the sale price. We'll go over everything clearly during your consultation, so there won't be any surprises. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that sounds fair. I mean, what
Great.
exactly, can I ask you something? I mean, what's the deal with interest rates right now? They seem kind of high.
Interest rates can definitely feel high right now. They fluctuate based on the market, but our team can help you navigate this and find the best options for your situation. Would you like to discuss this further with one of our experts?
Yeah, I'm open to that.
Perfect. You can use the link you received to schedule a chat with Victor, and he'll help you out with all your questions about interest rates and more. Anything else you'd like to know?
Nope, that's it. Thank you. What was your name again? Oh, she hung up on me. So now you guys can see the power of this, right? Like that was pretty quick. I forgot to save on the call transfer. Otherwise it could have actually just transferred the call straight to me. As an agent and as like a agent who helps a ton of agents with their marketing, I would just want them to quickly try to just live transfer them to me. But it sent both those SMSs that we just programmed in. And guys, remember, we did this like from scratch in 30 minutes. A lot of cleanup that could be done. But I'm pretty impressed, man. I'm pretty impressed. It was really low latency. Like things were moving pretty quickly. And then as you can see, like you got the transcript. Now, one thing I forgot to do is change it to agency lab realty. I should have changed it to Pearson Smith Realty, but it just does what it's supposed to. And then you got an entire transcript of the call, right? So that's pretty crazy because again, like based off this transcript and like all these workflows, you can just do a ton. The recording should be available soon, I imagine, but it gives us a quick summary as well. I mean, just super duper crazy slick, guys. So, you know, at the end of the day, you got to assign your LC number. So basically you got to get ATP approved and all that. If you need a fast track, they actually just implemented the fast track. But you got to have your number so you can start testing these inbound agents. If you have any questions or if you want a done-for-you setup, feel free to check the links below. We've got a lot of bonuses for everybody that signs up for us with HighLevel. Oh, last thing. You can also just set the working hours. So, like, if calls come in after hours, 9 p.m. onwards, or, like, you know, in the mornings when you're dropping off your kids, you can set the hours that the agent is actually working. All right, guys, I actually just made a last-minute addition to this video. So I went ahead and made a custom voice AI maker. So basically, I programmed this out really quick based off of a lot of stuff that I have, like all this stuff. But here's how this conversation went. If you're interested in getting access to this, just visit the link below. But basically, whenever you start with this custom voice AI maker, you can just say, hey there, what kind of voice AI prompt are you trying to create today? Blah, 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 blah. All I did was literally just say, hey, I'm trying to create a voice AI for a solar company. And I just looked up like a solar company near me and I said, this is their website. So then it gives you a rough draft. And this is way better than what comes out of the box in HighLevel because it's giving like instructions for call flow. And it's got rules and guidelines. It's got common objections and responses. Awesome, right? Then it basically always is going to say, hey, remember, this is just a quick rough draft. If you're ready, I can ask you a series of questions to fully customize this further. Let me know. I said, sure, let's do it. Then it basically starts asking a bunch of questions, right? So if you're really trying to tailor this to be a good bot, we like good bots. We don't like bad bots. So if you want it to be a good bot, you can just kind of answer all these questions, right? Hey, how would you like the AI to introduce the company? What's the customer journey like? Tone and personality, common scenarios, actionable outcomes. So if you answer all that, great. Here's what I did. I just said, assume the answers to all of your questions and continue. Got it. I'll assume ideal answers based on common best practices for a solar company. Grateful to live in the time of AI where it's just meta, right? Like I don't even have to answer all this. And boom, it pops out this prompt. And guys, I haven't even tested this, but it gives you some ideas on like what to do. And then, hey, let me know if you'd like to tweak anything. We could keep going, but like literally out of the box, you know, if I'm trying to like sell some voice AI services, what I would do is I would just quickly, like if I'm prospecting companies, whatever, I would literally just go set this up. And then I would just basically hit up a bunch of solar companies and be like, yo, test this out. We can customize it for you, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, let's jump into my high level and let's use up some more of these 10 minutes, right? Tabs are a monster, guys, are a monster. So, all right, cool. So we're in the season of AI. What are we going to do? We're going to go to settings. We're going to go to voice AI agents. And then I'm just going to create a brand new agent. Let's say Sam again. Okay, cool. And then the business name is Dominion Solar Solutions, right? I don't even think that's their real business name, but I'm just using them as an example. And then remember the original thing, Dominion Solar Solutions. That's what the agent's always going to say. So remember, these are inbound calls. They haven't dropped outbound yet, but hit next. Got everything good. We're switching to advanced mode right off the bat. And I'm just going to go ahead and paste that in there. And then we can set up the actions like call transfer and all that. But honestly, we don't need to go too deep here. You guys get the idea. Let's go ahead and hit next. And then the phone number, I'm going to assign it. I forgot which one I did last time. I think it might have been this one. Hopefully it's this one and it's not over. There's no conflict there between the other one. But boom. And then remember, you can set working hours, right? So like solar companies, they sleep at night, but maybe they're running ads. Maybe people are calling in like right after a restaurant closes. So remember, those hours are important. But let's go ahead and test it out, right? So it reassigned the number because I had this number assigned here. It automatically reassigned it when I made this new one. But let's just go ahead and test this agent out. Boom. Oh, always forget to hit that plus sign right in the beginning. +1. Boom. Did I not put my number in right? 5404-73. Okay, cool. And then I'm just going to hit call me. And let's see how this one goes. Boom. Hey.
Hey, you have reached Dominion Solar Solutions. How can I help you today?
Yeah, I was looking to potentially get solar, but I have some questions.
Of course, I'm here to help. Are you the homeowner at your property, and is this your first time exploring solar energy?
Yeah, I'm the homeowner. I've been doing a little research online, but nothing crazy.
Got it. No worries. I'm here to make things easier for you. What's your average monthly electricity bill? This will help us figure out how much you could save with solar.
Probably like 180 in the winter. Sometimes it's a lot higher in the summer.
That makes sense. With solar, you could see significant savings, especially during those high usage months. Would you like to schedule a free consultation with one of our experts to explore your options?
Yeah, I mean, I have a few more questions though. Can you tell me more about your company?
Absolutely. Solar Energy Solutions by Dominion Energy is a leading provider of solar solutions in Virginia. We offer customized plans to help reduce energy costs, increase property value, and support a sustainable future. Plus, we have options with no upfront costs and access to state and federal incentives. What else would you like to know?
Yeah, I mean, like, how fast could I get solar installed? Like, can you tell me more about the financing?
Sure thing. The installation timeline can vary, but typically it takes a few weeks from consultation to completion. As for financing, we offer flexible payment options, including programs with no upfront costs. Many homeowners also benefit from state and federal incentives that reduce the overall cost. Would you like to explore these options further in a consultation?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. What day and time work best for you to have a consultation with one of our solar experts? They're available weekdays, evenings, and weekends.
Let's say tomorrow, 10 a.m. Does that work?
Perfect. I'll schedule your consultation for tomorrow at 10 a.m. Could you please provide your full name, property address, and contact information so we can confirm the appointment?
Yeah, my name's Vihung Nair, and I live at 123 Main Street in Winchester, Virginia, 22601. And I forgot the last question you asked.
No worries. I just need your contact information, like an email or phone number, to confirm the appointment.
Oh, my number is 540-409-1273, and my email is vhung@gmail.com.
Thanks, Vihung. I've got everything I need. Your consultation is set for tomorrow at 10 a.m. You'll receive a confirmation shortly via email or SMS. If you have any more questions before then, feel free to reach out. Have a great day.
Have a great day. Bye-bye. Oh, man, that is sick. That is sick. Guys, is that not sick? I didn't do anything else, and like it literally like set an appointment. You know what I mean? And there's so much more that can be done, but simple scales, complex fails, holy smokes. Guys, if you want any help with this stuff, hit me up. I am happy to be of service to you. We are in the gold rush era of AI. The last thing I'll mention too is if you guys get serious about doing this stuff, I've got some pretty slick. I mean, I built these out months and months ago, but if you need a nice funnel for your HighLevel account, this is pretty solid. It's got like call recordings and stuff. Obviously, we're using like a different service, but if you want this funnel, that's part of what we can talk about. And guys, I mean, just killer stuff, right? Keep an eye out for some more videos. Let me know if you need anything, and chat with you soon.